What is going on, guys? It's Matt here, and in today's video, we're going to be going over the MapleStory Summer Update Preview, the Stargazer Update. There is a lot in this patch, and more to come, so let's just jump right into it. First things first, we got Sia Astelle, arriving on June 11th. Okay, she's a mage, uses Int as her main stat, with a new weapon and a new secondary. Okay, so let's look into it, because they released another page introducing her into the game. Hello Maplers, thank you all for waiting so patiently for Sia Astelle. We've been hard at work reimagining Sia's content to fit global MapleStory's unique style. Today we are proud to announce she'll be released as a part of the 260 Stargazer update. Sia Astelle is a magician job that uses a unique stellar marking system, so she does have the same marking system as mobile, where you combine several marking skills to activate powerful constellation skills. Her gameplay systems, progression, and controls have been completely redesigned for global MapleStory. That's interesting. Let's take a look at these changes. Okay, first, making constellation skills more intuitive and strategic. Constellation skills are at the heart of Sia's combat system. They're activated by combining the 5 marking skills. When bringing the system to global MapleStory, we focused on making it intuitive and responsive. I'd hope so. There's a little video here. No sound. Okay, so basically shows Sia using 3 different skills. 1, 2, 3 to activate Sirius. Right? There it is. Something to note is that she doesn't have the system above her head like she does in Maple Mobile, right, where it tells you like which of the marking skills you use. So I wonder how that's going to be like. It's not finalized, obviously. None of this is finalized, but it's going to be interesting to see. Maybe like you'll have some kind of indicator in the hot bar or something like that. But you can see here she uses 3 of those marking skills to activate Sirius, right? The dog skill. More options depending on the battle situation. Fusion versus instant activation. So I'm guessing fusion is like using the marking skills, and instant activation is just using the constellation skill immediately. In order to facilitate facilitate battles requiring quick reflexes, a function to instantly activate constellation skills has been added. However, the existing way of activating skills through fusions will still be available, so you are free to choose whichever method best fits the situation. Okay. So that's instant activation. Yeah. So just instantly use the constellation skill and not having to use like the different marking skills in order to use it. Enhancement automatically applied when activating skills through fusion. While instant activation makes combat more convenient, we don't want to lose sight of Sia's unique fusion-based fighting style. With this in mind, activating constellation skills through fusion will grant them enhanced effects automatically. Okay, so there is benefit to using the fusion system because you're going to get enhancements through it. It's going to be better, right, than using just the instant activation. Right, so they're giving you more of a reason to fuse skills rather than instantly use them. I wonder, like, so it's not like you're gonna be fusing skills all the time, right? So I'm wondering, like, you're gonna use some of the constellation skills instantly because they're like less important, and the other ones you are gonna use the fusion way because they're gonna grant you like more damage, right? Quick and strategic gameplay. Experiment with a mix of instant and fusion activations to find a playstyle that best suits you. Sia also has a buff that grants constellation skill enhancements when she uses the instant activation of skills for a set period of time. Make use of it to unleash a barrage of enhanced constellation skills and enjoy the thrilling global MapleStory exclusive combat gameplay in bosses. Yeah, so you're gonna have to end up using both, right? You're gonna have to some of them you want to use instantly, some of them you're gonna want to fuse, and then she also provides buffs, through these constellation skills. So example here, little example of how you would boss with Sia, right? Okay. Yep, can't see anything, you know, but like nice knockback. And of course, she's going to have the skill sequence support as well, which we will get into a little bit later. But yes, skill sequencing is coming into the game. So you're able to apply her skills right into the button, press the button, and then boop, everything activates. Okay. Doesn't look like she has many options. I don't know if this is like, it does have 6 jobs, so she doesn't have like many options to use from, but yeah, like still has skill sequencing support. Okay, let's continue. Number 2, focusing on offense. Previously, Sia was a mix of both offense and supportive capabilities. When bringing her to Global MapleStory, she's been returned to focus solely on attacking in order to enhance the gameplay fun. By clearly defining her role, Sia will have a more fun and impactful role in fights. Oh. So she's not going to be the Giga support that we thought she would be like in Maple Mobile. Okay, so it looks like when they're bringing her over to GMS, they don't want her to be a support class. Well, it's because like they nerfed support in general, right? Which means Lin is still like top dog, you know, and then there's Bishop and then Kana somewhere in there. But okay, so it really looks like Sia won't be the support class we thought she would be, but instead she's just going to be an offensive powerhouse. It'll be interesting to see where she ranks, you know, in terms of all the other classes in the game, whether she'll be like a really amazing class or mid, or maybe she comes into the game. I doubt she's going to come into the game really bad, but who knows, right? Who knows? So it doesn't seem like they want her to be the support class that she is in Maple Mobile. And number 3, I already heard about this, unfortunately. Rip all of the excitement for Erda. Exclusive 6-job system, Erda. Erda is a global MapleStory exclusive 6-job progression system designed for Sia Astelle. We thought everybody was going to get this, right? We were so fucking hype and excited, but alas, no. The Erda system is exclusive for Sia. Its unique structure reflects the setting of the Shine characters. So I guess that is going to be like their class, you know, name, right? Their race. And notice how they said characters. We only have one. What are you alluding to? What do you mean characters? Why is it plural? Could it be Errol coming in the winter? Yeah, I think Errol's going to be announced at MapleCon. So I definitely think he's going to be coming in the winter update. But it provides a completely different progression experience than the existing Hexa system. Okay, so this is the Erda UI. We've seen this before. A little bit different. Obviously now it makes more sense. Own material, you know, you have the energy and the fragments. This is only for Sia Astelle, and I guess eventually Errol when he comes into the game. And then they kind of break it down a little bit, right? So for the Erda, you know, different stones are placed across the board, and the board can be moved by dragging it. Okay. Obviously, this shows you your Soul Erda and fragments that you currently have. Shine stones have special unlocking conditions, and you can obtain powerful stats through enhancement after unlocking them. I wonder if this is, because there's 6 of them, I wonder if this is very similar to Hexa stats, right? Because, like, does Sia have 6 job, right? I'm guessing this Erda system is her 6 job, right? Because you have frags here, you have energy. So she doesn't have, like, the typical and usual 6-job, you know, tree that we have currently in the game, right? A 6-job system. So she has this in place of 6-job, I'm assuming, right? So these shine stones can be very similar, or probably are very similar to Hexa stats. But it just seems like her Erda system, like, it just provides like so much more than you know, than the current 6-job system that we have for like every other class in the game, you know. which is that's very interesting. It's very interesting, very unique design choice there. You can check your cumulative stat bonuses being applied, light power. There's a toggle that for the effect range of the light module system. I guess they might go into that. I don't know what that is. Runestone nodes. They allow players to strategically forge their own progression path. These new nodes activate often, making progression fast and satisfying. Okay. I'm assuming this is like to the right here where we could see more drop. Buff duration, mesos obtained, normal monster damage, you know, and like stuff like that. There's a little monster icon over there on the right side. A lot of skills that are still locked, but okay. And do you put these shine stones like in the middle? I don't know, or it's just a separate UI. I'm not sure like what you're gonna be putting in the middle here, but okay, maybe like a path, you know. The light system. Light spreads in the direction of the node's activation, unlocking the corresponding special node. Okay. You get to decide how to progress in this system, allowing for flexibility and a variety of playstyles. This looks, I mean, like, kudos to them. It looks very unique and different. We can see... oh man, I don't want to like mess this up. That's definitely not TNT, right? But more buff duration. It's probably more attack or like crit damage or probably attack. And then what is that? MDT? I have no idea, but it looks really cool at the very least. You know, it looks very, very interesting. And we're definitely have to get into in-game with this and really check it out. Shine Stone enhancement. They provide higher stats than rune stones and reward continual investment. There is a chance to fail, so it was like Star Forcing. This progression system is for those who like a challenge. Okay, interesting. And we didn't really see how to level it up, but I'm assuming with energy and fragments, right? With both, or maybe just fragments. We don't know. If it's going to be similar to Hexastat, then it should just be fragments, right? But we here at Team GMS will continue to challenge ourselves to create an even better MapleStory journey for you all. Thank you. And that's it. Yeah, so it's a bummer that the Erda system isn't going to be for everyone, which I guess the whole idea and rumor of it replacing Legion champions is false. And we are bound to get Legion champions. But yeah, to me, it just seems like this Erda system, this is her sixth job, right? Like this is her sixth job. And it's not going to be similar to all the other classes in the game. So it's going to be really interesting to see what kind of stats you can get from the system, right? And how it compares to the normal 6-job system that we currently have on every other class. You know, we'll see it become meta in some way, shape, or form when it comes to meso farming. I mean, once we get tradable fragments, I doubt it, right? If we do, then maybe you make a Sia farmer, you know? I don't know. But it does look like they put a lot of, you know, thought and work and effort into this. So we'll just have to wait and see, you know, get in game and then really just take a look at the system and all the different bonuses, probably in the patch notes to come, right? But yeah, for now, that is the introduction of Sia Astelle. All right, let's move on. Next thing we have is Challenger World. Okay, so we are getting Challenger World and Burning events, June 11th. Okay. Challenger World is a limited time world that gives you powerful bonuses to earn your stats and a huge boost to EXP earned, with challenges to complete, bosses to slay, and more. Afterwards, you can world leap to interactive or heroic. Okay. Okay, that is new. We've never had Challenger World before, but we've had Burning World. This is basically a better version of Burning World, right? And before, you were only able to world leap characters to reg server, to interactive, but now you'll be able to leap to heroic as well. So I'm just guessing that if you leap your character to heroic, it just loses all of its bonus potential and like scrolling and all that stuff. But you can see here a little new potion has been added, right? Obviously a Karma Legendary Scroll, but this little growth potion here has been added, and we'll talk about that in a little bit. Okay. And then what else do we have here? Hyper Burning Max is coming. Okay. If you thought leveling was fast, it's about to get even faster, because instead of 3 levels at a time, it's going to be 5 levels at a time, which means you only need to level up 12 times past 200 in order to hit 260 and get into 6 job. Okay. And all right, so we'll just stop there and let's take a look at Challenger World. Okay. Fast growth, abundant benefits, up to 3 Terra burning characters await you in Challenger's World. Okay. So do note that this is from KMS, and it probably will be different than it currently is or will be in GMS. So keep that in mind. But we can get a little bit of insight as to what we can expect from the Challenger's World, right? So looks like you can only have up to 5 characters total in the world, and you get this special passive for playing on this special server. So at base, you get 1.5 times the XP, 50 attack and magic attack, 30% damage to normal monsters and bosses, 30 IED, 30 crit rate, 30 crit damage, 30 buff duration, 100% stat, 50 all stats, and 2.5k HP and MP. Okay. And it seems like in Challenger's World, you can create up to 3 Terra burning characters who will have the following benefits, right? You know, just 3 levels at a time until 200, right? You get a pet, you get some equipment, Root stuff, right? Okay. Continuing on, it says here you can only create up to 5 characters. There's going to be limited cash shop usage. You can buy character slot expansions, storage expansions, and a wedding ticket. And not available in Challenger World. You can't transfer link skills, no Legion, no Artifact, no Moncol. Character slot expansion. What? Oh, you cannot purchase. Oh, my bad. See, I thought you could. So you can't buy character slot expansions, storage expansions, and whatnot. Okay. And new name auction, right? Okay, cool. That makes more sense now after reading it. And you can't Terra burn 0 characters, okay? And now the thing about Challenger World, and like, is this worth it for you, right? It is a enhanced way to progress your possibly main or Legion champion. But remember that if you do it on Challenger World, you're not having access to like maybe your built Legion already and your link skills, your artifact and stuff like that. But they do give you incentive for playing on it, right? So as you can see here, with Challenger World, there is levels to reach, you know, 260 to 280. You have to kill 1,000 monsters every day, 5 times a week. And there's boss challenges, and you will get coins and points, right? Right, so level missions and hunting missions. There's boss missions. We just went over that. And then you get a certain amount of points for all of this, right? And the coins you can use in the Challenger shop, and the points will increase your tier, and then you'll be able to redeem rewards, right, for accumulating a certain amount of points. So scrolling down, we have Bronze, Silver, Gold, Emerald, Diamond, and Challenger. Do keep in mind Bronze, Silver, and Gold. So the first 3 you will be able to claim in Challenger World only. And then Emerald to Challenger, you will claim in your corresponding server that you choose, not in Challenger World. Okay? So in Challenger World, on your character, you'll be able to get a medal, right? Bronze, silver, and gold. You'll be get 100 solar fragments, 3 3 soul Erda, 200 more fragments, 5 soul Erda, and then a time-limited level 4 Ozring of your choice, right? Just to help you out with bossing. It's going to expire. It's not permanent. It's going to expire. But it's there to help you be able to do those harder bosses, you know, and really challenge yourself. Okay. My bad. And then for Emerald, Diamond, and Challenger, obviously get the corresponding medal. You get these Ultimate Union Growth Potions. So what are Ultimate Union Growth Potions? Essentially, these are growth potions that will get a character from level 1 to 200 instantly, okay? And you get 10 of these. And you get these twice, right? You get them from Emerald and Diamond. So by playing on Challenger World, after the event's over, by going and world leaping to the server that you're on, you will instantly get 20 level 200 characters. Done. That's a 4K extra Legion, just like that, okay? So this greatly benefits newer or returning players, and not really for those that are well established, right? You don't need this. And then on Reg server, you get Karma Beatpot cubes, 30 Karma Beatpot cubes. I'm assuming on Reboot, this would be like Black Flames. And then you get, for Diamond, 2 100% Karma Legendary Potential Scrolls, right? Level 200. And the Butterfly Effect set. So the Butterfly Effect, this is it right here, right? If this interests you, as well as the white cubes and the legendary scrolls, right? So once again, do keep in mind the first 3 tiers you redeem on Challenger World. The last 3 tiers you can redeem, or you only have to redeem and can redeem on the server of your choice that you play on. Okay. So benefit for doing Challenger World is essentially fast tracking a character, you know, like a potential main or Legion champion, and 4K Legion, right? That's the benefit for doing this Challenger World, right? And then the coin shop here, just to kind of help your progression, there's Black Flames, Occult Cubes, Meister, bonus Occult, right? And then if you're in the Heroic, you don't even know what Beatpot is, but, you know, you're about to learn if you're going to play. Epots, bonus potential scrolls, pet equip scrolls, you know, for attack or magic attack, 17-star scroll, and spell traces to help with your scrolling, right? Because in Reg server, spell traces are used for scrolling. And then it just kind of breaks that down. Okay, and that's it. Okay, whew. Yeah, Challenger World, it's pretty exciting, not gonna lie. And there's more benefits to Challenger World, which we will go over in just a bit with Hyper Burning Max. But all in all, you would be doing this to like bring up a character and, you know, get them real strong, and potentially for extra 4K Legion if you need that on the server that you play on. I know I sound like a broken record, but just in case you didn't hear me the first couple of times. Hyper Burning Max, okay? Hyper Burning Max. Instead of 3 levels at a time, we are going to be leveling up 5 levels at a time. Oh, baby. It could be either a brand new created character after the event starts, or it has to be a character that is at least 200 in order to be hyper burned. And zeros have to have completed Chapter 2. Okay. There you go. With hyper burning, obviously comes a reward track. Do keep in mind that level 10 to 199, the start rewards everyone gets. So even if your character is level 200 or higher, you will get that. I've had a lot of questions about the Eternal Flame Ring. Okay, that is included in the start rewards. Okay, so you will be able to get that. But do keep in mind that if I decide to hyper burn my level 220 character, as an example, I do not get the level 200, 210, 215, and 220 rewards. I will miss out on the first 4 rewards, but every level after that, 225, 230, etc., I will be able to get those rewards, right? So do keep in mind, if you do decide to hyperburn a character that's already 200 or higher, you will miss out on certain rewards depending on the level of that character, right? And then this basically just goes over the rewards that you will get, but it breaks it down between regular and Challenger World rewards, okay? So as an example, level 200 on, if you were to hyperburn on Chronos, you get a level 7 arcane symbol, trait growth potion, and 100 nodes, right? But if you do this on Challenger World, you get a level 10 arcane symbol, 200 node stones, a burning boss accessory box, right? Which gives you boss accessory items like Zachem, Horntail, Magnus, etc. Pink Bean. And then, yeah, so you can see just kind of the difference between each level track reward. So this event, you know, hyperburning, they really want you to hyperburn in Challenger World. So keep that in mind. If you were to hyperburn on a regular server, aside from Challenger, it does seem like you get 500 node stones, which is quite a lot, right? You get it 5 times, and then you get a bunch of EXP nodes as well. It looks like 1, 2, 3, 4, 25, right? A lot of symbol selectors. But yeah, it's really good stuff, and I guess it just kind of doubles in Challenger World. So instead of level 7 symbols, you get level 10. You'll get level 5 Cernium instead of nothing. You just instantly start with a level 5 Cernium symbol in Challenger World if you hyperburn a character. And then you get a bunch of these experience, you know, EXP nodes as well. A free Abyssal Hunter's Ring, you know, just for grinding and stuff like that. So you might want to consider hyperburning in Challenger World, right? This might not have been the idea that you were thinking about, and like, you know, going into the game, you were like maybe prepping during the anniversary event. So it really just depends on like where you're at. I think if you didn't play anniversary and you're brand new, you know, into the game, coming back for the summer update, you might want to consider hyperburning on Challenger World, right? And then bringing your character over to Heroic, you know, Chronos, Hyperion, Solus, whatever, or any reg server that you might be playing on. I don't know what my current plan is, honestly. After looking at, like, you know, this update preview, I don't really know what I'm going to do, because I was planning to hyperburn Phantom and Lyn on Chronos. But now maybe I just do Phantom and then maybe do Challenger World and hyperburn in it for a reg server, you know, champion. That does sound pretty appealing, I'm not gonna lie, but I haven't decided yet, but we will see. Okay. And then obviously we got Terra Blink as well, which is for newly created hyperburn characters for you to get from level 10 to 200 in basically like that, you know, like 20-30 minutes. You just follow some quests and then you'll be able to get to 200 really fast. And item burning as well. Item burning this time does not need to be on a newly created character. All it has to be is on a character that's level 200 or higher. Okay. And then you'll be able to get the item burning rewards, and then you complete missions. You got to get to a certain level, complete boss missions in order to make your item burning, your challenger gear better. Okay. And yeah. Oh baby, that's a lot, and I am really looking forward to Challenger's World. You know, I'm can't wait to hyperburn Max as well, but you're gonna have to decide on what your plan is with all of this. We can talk about it, you know, if you want to talk about it, but otherwise, that is what you got to know about Challenger World and hyperburning Max, and a little bit more. Moving on, we have the Morning Star Banquets. This is the generic event, right, that's going to run throughout the summer update. And yeah, let's take a look at the video, because I'm assuming it is English dubbed. Ooh. My queen.
And with Reyna, I believe we're ready to start.
A little success comes your way and you think you can walk in late.
A big failure comes your way, and yet you think you can run your mouth.
Ooh. Burn.
So, I take it the others won't be coming.
I'm afraid not.
Some of these are new characters.
They're occupied elsewhere, you see.
When I didn't see Asha around, I should have known Darmor would skip.
Oh.
You will address His Majesty with
So she's
respect, demon.
really tied to Darmor then.
How scary. You know I've always wanted to try you on for size.
Great voice acting. I love it.
Just kidding.
Love it.
I'll play nice.
Is it any wonder why His Majesty doesn't care for festivities like this? So it falls to me, his faithful messenger.
What does he want, Reza? If he's called us here in person to the banquet, it's got to be pretty important. Confound it.
Don't worry, Limbo. Your blunders in Carcian are already water under the bridge.
Oh, nice
His
pun.
boundless mercy.
He's not one to waste time on frivolities.
Uh-huh.
Listen well. The plan is moving forward.
You must mean...
The Great Culling.
Oh,
Indeed. With the vessel ahead of schedule, the God
Culling.
King has deigned to hasten things along. To that end, I have your orders.
they're gonna wipe everyone out. That is their orders. If it's a culling, yeah. To eliminate everyone, I guess, in Maple World and Grandis. Okay, well, I mean, you know, that was pretty good. I liked it. It's a good video. Good video. But yeah, this is just a generic event, you know, throughout the summer patch, where you're going to do your daily, you know, kills to sign in, and then you got your weekly missions as well. And those weekly missions are going to give you a hyper burning max booster. Okay, in Maple Sea, this booster also came with an item burning box, so I'm curious to see if we're gonna get that as well. In Korea, you needed to do it 24 times, so that's 8 weeks, and in Maple Sea, you have to do it 30 times for 10 weeks. So we need the patch notes to really know what it's gonna be like for GMS. But if it's gonna be similar to Maple Sea, and hopefully it is, we will get that second item burning box with the hyper burning max booster, right, which does get rewards, right? It doesn't, if we don't get the item burning box, we won't be able to item burn a second time, right? But at least the hyper burn max coupon does give you the level track rewards, right? Which is really good. Okay, moving on. Better Maple. Okay, so there's a lot of stuff here. We got skill sequencing, right? Which is basically align your buffs in a certain order, and then bloop, they're gonna pop basically in like a second, which is going to make bossing feel so much better. We have the Erda Conversion, which is, I believe it was at a 1-to-3 ratio. So if you have like 10 Erda, for example, on a mule, you can give like your main 3 whole Erda, right? We have Arcane River quest improvements, right? I guess new story and new skip features. We'll go over that in a bit. More arcane symbols from special content. Basically, right now, you get 15 per completion for a total of 45 per week. And then after the change, you're going to get 40 per completion for a total of 120 symbols per week, which is insane. That's going to be crazy for mules and actually worth doing, because right now your weeklies only give you like, what, 2 days worth, and now it's going to give you 6 days worth of symbols, right? So it's going to be really important to start doing your weeklies if you haven't already been doing them. You know, if you're like me, you don't really like doing it, now is going to be the time to start doing your weeklies again, because you're going to be getting so many more symbols. Next up, we have skill revamps for all jobs. Okay, get ready for major changes to all jobs. Okay, so I've heard a couple of different things. In the next update in KMS, they did have skill changes, but they weren't major changes, right? which leads me personally to believe that this is the 2-minute change, the 3 to 2 minute balance patch that KMS just got. But again, we'll go over that in just a bit. But yeah, I do believe that we are getting fast-tracked the 2-minute balance patch changes, right? World map teleport. There's going to be a portal now in every town that you're going to be able to use just to be able to teleport to different maps instantly, which is cool. UI improvements, making it more modern, sleek. Okay. Genesis weapon liberation improvements. Kobe has a great video on this, and I highly recommend you go watch that. But we will go over that in just a second. And improved Monster Park as well. So basically, Monster Park Extreme, what they're doing is they're turning it into a weekly. So you'll be able to do it on 2 separate characters. You can do Monster Park Extreme 2 times per week, but not on the same character. So you'll have to do it on 2 separate characters, and it gives you a buttload of EXP. The Sunday EXP reward is gone, so it doesn't give you 50% more anymore for that. And they also made it easier for you to get your Monster Park medals. So instead of like 77 times per day, you only need to do it 30 times per day, or you can do 3 Monster Park Extremes for that day in order to get that day's medal. Okay, so it's really good changes. But let's get into it. Okay, so starting with the Genesis weapon liberation mission changes. Essentially what they are changing is, instead of needing to clear the Black Mage every month, you still have to do your boss mission. That doesn't change. You still do the same regular boss mission, right? But instead, you will have this gauge now, right? With these like traces of darkness or whatever they're called, and you have to fill up this gauge in order to be able to complete your quest, right? And as you can see here, for the first 3 bosses, Von Leon, Arcarium, and Magnus, you only need 500 gauge, and then 1,000 for the other 5, starting from Lotus, okay? And yeah, I feel like it's pretty self-explanatory. If you're wondering if you should be doing Black Mage before or after the update, just do it before, okay? Do it before, submit the quest, right? And then you'll be able to get to the new quest, new mission. Start from the updates, you'll be able to start getting your traces of darkness, you know, for that liberation mission, okay? And then it breaks down here how many traces you get. This is obviously for solo, and if you party with other people, regardless if they're liberated or not, or in the mission, it does get divided by the amount of people that you want or that you get the traces from, right? So ideally, you do want to be soloing all of your weekly bosses. You know, it does include easy, normal modes and whatever, but Lotus and Damien, Lucid and Will, Tenebris, you know, and the Black Mage. Okay, so ideally, you want to solo all of these bosses, or at most, I would recommend a duo for these bosses in order to be able to liberate in a reasonable amount of time, right? If you like party, 6-man party for everything, you're going to liberate extremely slowly, okay? And that's pretty much it for the liberation mission changes, okay? Next thing here is the story quest improvements. So the skip feature now for the Arcane quest line is actually going to be a skip feature. You're no longer going to get the story, you know, the summary. You're just going to, boom, you know, you press skip and then boom, you're done. You know, you get your symbol and whatnot, and you go about your day. And they're also expanding the criteria. So by skipping Arcane River and Grandis area, as well as Root Abyss, this is shared across your account now and not just your world. So if by chance you wanted to, you play on like Chronos, but you want to go on like Bara or something, for whatever reason, you know, for like a new adventure, you know, a new challenge or whatever, now you can like skip these bosses, you know, and the story and Root Abyss. You can skip all of this, and you don't need to do it, because right now, currently, you do have to, right? They don't share. So you do have to like redo all of the Arcane River, the Grandis story. But following this update, you won't have to do that. You can just skip it because you already did it on Chronos, so you can skip it on Bara, right? That's how it's going to be like, hopefully. We talked about the symbol quests and content improvement, right? We talked about the symbols at least, but it looks like also the symbol daily quests have been simplified. So similar to Arcane River, Grandis will also decrease the amount of mobs that you need to kill per day. So it starts off with 500, and then it goes down to 300 and 100, depending on which era you've gone up to, right? And then Arcane River also will be going down from 500 to 300 to 100 monsters as well. And then I guess this also affects the amount of maple points for the quick completion, the quick pass. So it's going to go down to as much as 200, right? As low as 200 maple points to complete your dailies for that area, which is awesome. That is amazing, Then we talked about the weeklies being increased from 15 to 40. Monster Park improvements, we already talked about this. Amount of EXP is going to be increased by 400%. You can do it 2 times per world on 2 different characters. And the Sunday 1.5 times EXP benefit will no longer be applied to Monster Park clears. Okay. Yep. And then the medal has been simplified, right? So we went over that. Something not mentioned in the Better Maple is the Epic Dungeon changes, where you can do both High Mountain and Angler Company, right? On 2 separate characters. You will not be able to do both Epic Dungeons on the same character, but you'll be able to do both Epic Dungeons, but just on separate characters. So hopefully that is also coming. I don't think that everything that they mentioned here is everything that's coming. This is just stuff that to really highlight, but I'm sure more changes are going to be coming into the game. We just need to wait for the actual patch notes, right? And then last but not least, the Erda Conversion that we talked about. You can convert 1 entire Soul Erda into 30% of itself if you want to send it off to a different character, or which we didn't talk about, you can convert 1 whole Soul Erda into something called a Hexa Booster, which is exactly the same as a VIP booster, except there is no daily limit to this Hexa Booster unless GMS changes it, right? There's no limit for this Hexa Booster, so you can pop as many as you want. As long as you have Soul Erda energy, right? Soul Erda, you can get Hexa Boosters, and you can just keep popping them like over and over and over and over, which is awesome. That is great. More EXP, right? You don't have to wait for like events for like VIP boosters and whatnot. But these Hexa Boosters will be pretty big, especially in Reg server with Frenzy, being able to get Soul Erda so quickly. But, it's also going to be pretty nice on Reboot as well if you're done with your 6th job and after M3, M4, which we'll get into in just a second. But after M3 and 4, after you max out everything, you got nothing else to do. You're still grinding. You can convert your energy now for boosters and just keep getting more and more and more EXP. And yeah, that's pretty much it for, I believe, the Better Maple changes. So I hope we're right on the skill revamps, because it's because of the wording, man. The wording that they say is, it says get ready for major changes. Okay, I do actually have it pulled up here. These are the skill changes in the next update with M3, M4. But these aren't major changes. Like, oh, I can't wait for the major change of Bowmaster's Phoenix. Attack mechanism has been changed. Oh my god. I can't wait for this major change of Dark Flare. That, the skill duration will now be displayed as a buff icon. And you can right-click the buff to cancel the skill. Like, wow, major change. So, like, I do think that these skill revamps, because they also show Hayato too, like pretty, I feel like that's deliberate. They show this, and I do believe that it's going to be the 3 to 2 minute change, the big balance patch that KMS just received. I believe it is getting fast tracked, and we are going to be getting it in this first part on June 11th. So that's to be seen. We will see. We don't know yet. No patch notes to confirm that, but just speculation. Okay, and then coming soon to version 261. So that is going to be it for June, but for July they are delaying Mastery 3 and 4 for July, and something that I didn't expect at all, but we are getting Dave the Diver. Okay, Dave the Diver, great game, by the way. I've played it. I recommend you to play it too if you'd like to. It is a great game. I guess you will get a chance to play it just inside of MapleStory. You know, it's basically going to be the same thing, you know. And then we also are getting Ride or Die, which we kind of expected, right? That's going to be exclusive rewards. His minions are coming back with new upgrades. Okay. I wonder what that's going to be. But, yeah, that's going to be pretty exciting. Okay. So, I don't know what exclusive reward is it. You know, is it going to be another badge? You know? Or not a badge, sorry. Is it going to be a badge? Could it be a potable badge that people have been talking about? But I should say another Legion block, right? Will it be another Legion block? I don't know. That is to be seen. But we will see. Okay. And then noting Dave the Diver. Say Dave the Dive. On that note, I do have Dave the Diver pulled up as well. Just to kind of see like, okay, like what do we get out of this event, right? There is going to be a coin shop. There's going to be a bunch of different missions to do. You know, if you haven't played Dave the Diver before, it's going to be a little difficult and whatnot. But it seems like there's a Punch King entry ticket, you know, and then a cosmetic medal, right? More Punch King tickets as well for completing different chapters and doing different things. Okay. I don't see us getting this raffle. I have no idea. That's probably just for KMS only. But kind of going down here, token shop, right? We have coin shops and all that jazz. We have regular EXP vouchers, right? Advanced EXP vouchers. We have the regular ones. We have the advanced ones, VIP boosters, and a bunch of different growth potions as well. 2 Typhoon pots, 2 max growth potions, right? 300 boosters, 100 extreme growth potions. This is obviously the max that you can get, right? You're not gonna be able to like completely buy out the shop, I'm pretty sure. 10,000 advanced EXP vouchers for 260 plus characters, or 5,000 regular EXP vouchers, right? And then some cosmetics as well that you can get with your coins if you feel so inclined, right, to purchase. So yeah, I think that's pretty much going to be it for Dave the Diver, and then it just kind of goes into like how to do the event and whatnot. But the big thing out of this event is just like more EXP stuff, right? Just gonna scroll down here just to kind of see. There's a lot to do. A lot to do with this event, and Maple Sea already got it, but there is a lot to do. Okay. Yeah. So it just really seems like the EXP vouchers are the go-tos. You know, if you need the bonk pots, grab the bonk pots too. Or you can get like VIP boosters. So just kind of going back up to the coin shop. Yeah. Yeah, VIP boosters, or maybe you want like, you know, max pot, right? You can get that too. But I think most people will probably be going for the advanced XP vouchers, depending where you are in your progression, or the bonk pots. But that's basically Dave the Diver, right? As to like what you can expect to get out of it from the event. Okay. And yeah, that's what's coming in July in version 261. I'm really looking forward to M3, M4. You know, Dave the Diver is going to be really cool just to kind of play that again inside of Maple. And obviously Ride or Die, we have no idea anything about that. Really looking forward to the patch notes. And then some things that are currently going on: hit the road, you know, kill mobs around your level, you're gonna get rewards. So currently we're getting like VIP boosters and the buff selecting coupons, and then extra rewards once the Stargazer update does happen. You'll be able to claim these post update. And then Victoria Cup is coming to an end, and yeah, just get more stamps, more badges by killing mobs around your level currently. And you will be able to get additional rewards from the shops, whatever else you want to buy. And last but not least, we're almost done. Last but not least, they just updated this today. Cash Shop transfer has been confirmed. Yes, Cash Shop transfer for June 4th, next week. till June 11th. They just didn't put it in the patch notes initially, because why? I don't know. I thought they were going to do a cash shop, you know, during the Stargazer update with Sia, because she's a brand new character, so that people can transfer stuff there, but I guess you won't be able to do that. Unfortunately, it is what it is. But yeah, cash shop transfer is going to be confirmed for a week before the update, so be sure to just transfer whatever you need to transfer ahead of time, and just don't forget that there is a cash shop transfer, because we've been talking about it for a long time. Like, will there be one? You know, will there be one? Will there be one? There is a cash shop transfer confirmed. Okay, and that is going to be it. I can feel my voice disappearing, unfortunately. We've been talking for a while, but there is a lot to this patch, and there's obviously a lot more to come as well. But I am really looking forward to this summer patch. I'm looking forward to reading the patch notes, and actually getting like more concrete, just more detailed information about some of these things. But, you know, kudos to Team GMS and Inkwell for, you know, cooking up seemingly a really fun and exciting summer update for Global Maple Story. It kind of sucks that they delayed M3 and 4. A lot of people are really looking forward to just, you know, getting into it with Mastery, the 3 Masteries, or the 2 new Masteries. But it is what it is, right? They want you to enjoy Challenger World. They want you Hyper Burning Max. You got Sia. There's probably going to be a growth event with Sia as well. So we still don't know like what her Link skill is, what her Legion is. So we got to wait for patch notes for that. A lot of things to really look forward to. I'm very excited. I hope you guys are excited. Let me know what you think about this update so far. No patch notes, but let me know what you think so far about this teaser, about all the information that we talked about. And that's going to be about it, you know? Thank you all for watching. I really do appreciate it, and I will see you all in the next video.